Malaysia's bizarre plan to fight Islamophobia. The Malaysian government has announced a new initiative to quote-unquote combat Islamophobia by globally distributing translated copies of the Quran. They have set aside more than $2 million USD in their 2023 budget. 23,000 copies produced under the project would be sent to Sweden, where a far-right Swedish-Danish activist, Rasmus Paludan, lit the Quran on fire while staging protests. Some Malaysians are skeptical of the plan and believe it would be better to spend that money on social welfare programs to improve the living standards for Malaysians. Sweden's ambassador to Malaysia welcomed the plan, while a hardline Malaysian Islamist group expressed skepticism, insisting on harsher measures and boycotts against Sweden. So this was fascinating to me. They decided that because there is a far-right politician that wanted to do a protest, and he decided to do that. Well, he's been doing it for years by burning the Quran. And once again, the Muslim world ripped their hair out over it across the world. But Malaysia in particular got triggered this time. I'm not exactly sure why. Because technically the protest was directed at Turkey. Anyways, so because of that, they're like, you know what? This is because people don't understand the book. So if they understand the book, then they will not be so hateful towards Islam. Because it's very clear based on the statements from Malaysian officials that they don't actually care about Muslims, they care about Islam. It's very clear that this is about respect towards Islam and not actually treating Muslim people like normal, respectful, good people, as we should. And so they decided that it would be appropriate to spend their budget, the taxpayer dollars of their citizens, on sending translated copies of the Quran halfway across the world to protect Islam. Armin, what are your thoughts?
This worries me. It's ridiculous. I mean, the fact that they're doing this, to me, signals that there's a voter base that jacks off to this, like, oh yeah, that's great, fantastic. I will vote for this politician. To me, it's another sign of a shift in Malaysia towards more Islamism. And I was always wondering whether this is more of a top-down thing or a bottom-up thing. But the fact that this is a policy that they're going through for, it kind of means that they're signaling to an actual demand by the people in Malaysia. And that's worrying. Malaysia is going backwards fast. So
I don't know, because based on what I was reading as I was researching this, it kind of seemed like no one was happy with this. There are people on one side and they're going, hey, you could be spending that on improving our lives here in Malaysia. We have we have kids that need to be fed so that they can go to school. We got school children that need shoes. We got to take care of our elderly. We need social welfare programs. We need healthcare. Like, we could be spending our money on that. Because remember, this is $2 million USD. That's actually a huge amount, like, in their local currency, right?
You're right. Let's look at some of the comments. The comments are good. Somebody's saying, I wish they had spent this money on proper education. This is a good one. Couldn't they just email everyone? There's email everybody. Yeah, you could send them a PDF of the Quran. Somebody else saying, what a waste of money, could have been used to feed the poor. And so, okay, so, but what about Muslims?
Well, okay, no, but then here's the thing. So there are people who don't like it because they don't want their taxpayer money spent this way. And then even the hardline Islamists aren't happy with it because they're saying, one, let's say we actually do translate the Quran and ship it out over there. Even the Islamists are saying there's no guarantee that they will read it once it gets out there. And especially those who already don't like it, for them to read it, that's already less likely. So they're saying, why are we trying to placate them? We should be going at them even harder, especially in terms of boycotts. Some go as extreme as wanting to close the embassy, expel the diplomats, that kind of thing.
maybe the government was trying not to do all those extreme things, and we're like, how about we just send them Qurans? Is that okay? Please, can we not like shut down, and can we guys not
Mm,
ask, like something? But it's funny how in this day and age, like send copies of the Quran, like at least catch up with the modern times. You could, like, even if I was like, oh, we need to advertise the Quran, I would be like, let's have a YouTube campaign. I mean, the translations are already available to everybody. It's the convincing them that matters to read it.
mhm,
And
mhm.
you could, like, with $2 million, you could have made like really high production value YouTube videos that a lot more people would see than actually literally sending them to copies of the physical Quran. Yeah, so yeah. But by the way, I want to mention Secular Sakai just got 20 memberships. 20 memberships for people. And Katie's like, holy F, that's a lot of new members.
Wow. Oh my God.
Harris Sultan is saying, hey, give me a membership as well, please. Wait, what?
Horace, come on, man. Come on, man.
And
Oh
then
my God. Wow. Thank you, Secular Sakai.
so Dr. Hypnosis is saying everyone is a member now.
If
Secular
if
Sakai
you
is fine.
received a membership from Secular Sakai, that means that he's officially your sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy. We were thinking the same thing. Oh, and now he gave us a super chat. A $5 super chat from Secular Sakai.
Secular Sakai, thank you. He's saying, until Donor Box fixes the donation amount counter bug, can you guys announce the total donated on stream whenever a donation occurs? Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
Easy. I just have to look up our fundraising on the back end.
How come how come Donor Box has not fixed that? That's weird.
I don't know. It's something wrong with their website. That's them problem. It's beyond my capabilities.
Danish in the live chat saying, I bet they did not read the Quran themselves before making that decision. You know what? I think so too. I think that if you actually go ask those politicians, they have not read the Quran.
Probably even less likely in their own language. Like, have they read a translated copy? I have questions.
I bet not.
Prometheus' comment made me laugh. They should also pay the carbon tax beforehand. I don't want to feel guilty while burning my Quran, my free.
Oh my God! Imagine if you actually, that's a very good point. Imagine, because they burn the Quran and they're like, we need to send people Quran so that they don't understand what they're burning, and somebody like, oh, thank you, and they burn the received Quran.
What if all the far right people go pick them all up for free? They pick up a pallet of them and then immediately just drive to the park and just set the whole thing.
Oh my God. Hey, now we don't have to pay for our own Quran burning.
God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to the Malaysian government for fueling more heresy.
Oh, Gaijin American was asking, is it blasphemous to translate?
Someone called it the Uno reverse card.
Uno reverse. Yeah. Oh my God. Gaijin American is asking, is it blasphemous to translate the Quran into Braille or sign language? No, I mean, it used to be. No, oh yeah, because now you have to touch it. Well, you don't have to touch the actual words in Arabic, so I think that should be fine. Like, for example, when we translate the Quran in Persian, in Iran, when you have the Arabic and the Persian, right? So we are allowed to touch the Persian part, as long as our finger doesn't go through to the Arabic word. I mean, you can still touch the Arabic parts if you have the wudu on. You can touch the Arabic if you have wudu. But if you don't have the wudu, you can touch the Persian part, but not the Arabic part. So there's that. There's
so much to unpack there.
Yes. You can't touch the words of God. It's just too holy. It's just too holy.
Yeah.
You have to be purified with water before you do that. Yeah.
That's so fascinating. Well, then also I'm just thinking about, especially in Iran, like the dynamic of like, super Persian nationalist people, and then like what that's communicating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, good. Harris now got a membership as well because Secular Sakai.
Because Sakai is paying for it.
Secular Sakai just got 5 more memberships.
Wow.
And Harris is saying, yay, I'm a member too. Thanks, Secular Sakai.
Amazing.
You can't touch this. Yeah. I remember I was at the point in my childhood, I was so religious. I had a Quran teacher, okay? And he was teaching me to read the Quran. And his hand went over the Arabic part. And as a kid, slapped his hand. I slapped his hand away from the Arabic part. I slapped my Quran teacher. Okay? And
you were a little Basiji. Oh my God.
You know what his reaction was?
What?
He was so impressed. He was so happy. He told my mom that you have a fantastic kid. Do you know the level of emotion, passion your son has for the Quran? You should be very proud.
Wow.
So I slapped him and he liked it.
Shut up. Oh my God. Okay, you get that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Sasan John is saying, Armin, what happened to you, bro? You were doing so good. You could have been such a good little Muslim boy. What happened?
Oh, Prometheus is loving it. Oh my God. Do you know what this is referring to? Prometheus saying, I thought the story was going to get dark when he mentioned Quran teacher as a kid. Yeah, because we have Quran teachers in Iran doing abusive things to children, sexually abusive things to children. So that's what he was referring to. But no, for me, it was the other way around. I abused my Quran teacher instead of letting the Quran teacher abuse me. Yeah. Oh wait, Katie's saying Armin slaps his teacher and gets praised. I scold my teacher in kindergarten for giving us more playtime, and I get my parents called. Oh, that's fair. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah. So apparently, wait, this is not just in Iran. It's a global phenomenon. Wait, so did I? Were you abused by your Quran teacher, Harris? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Well, it's also super common in madrasas as well. It's kind of a systemic problem.
It's not just a Catholic thing, guys. It's a religious thing. You can now get the sexiest blasphemous art ever known to mankind for free. Too sexy to show most of it here on YouTube. We draw Muhammad, Hindu goddesses, sexy hijabi art, Jesus, Mother Mary, Japanese god, Greek gods, and much, much more. Click on the link below where it says get our free blasphemous art.